looks like The Rock is cooking up an epic disaster. But am I talking about the earthquake or the movie itself? You're watching Beyond the Trailer's review of San Andreas.
People need to know that the shaking is not over. We'll get hit again. And it's going to be a bigger monster.
I've been through a wall.
Oh my God.
The earth will literally crack open. And you will feel it on the East Coast.
It takes a lot of hard work and dedication to mold yourself from this into this. But Dwayne Johnson became The Rock, and then, hoping to follow in the footsteps of another Adonis, he set his sights on Hollywood. And so far he's doing okay. Like Schwarzenegger, Johnson has diversified his portfolio, flexing his muscles for both action and laughs. In fact, a pivotal moment in his transition from the ring to the screen was hosting Saturday Night Live. But while Schwarzenegger had hit after hit, at least for a while, Johnson's career is being held up almost exclusively by the Fast and Furious franchise. And to be fair, it's a symbiotic relationship, as he injected some much-needed energy into the franchise when he joined in 2011. He also pumped up interest in both the Journey to the Center of the Earth and G.I. Joe franchises when he joined them in 2012 and 2013. Yet a sequel has yet to be officially greenlit for either. Same goes for that Luke Hobbs movie. And yeah, it's not just you, it's hard to tell The Rock apart from movie to movie. But isn't that one of the defining qualities of a movie star? An established brand where the audience knows exactly what they're going to get? Like McDonald's or Disney or the Beatles. As Paul Newman once said, in the right role, a movie star is priceless. But what is Dwayne Johnson's right role? Is it only as a supporting player, aka franchise steroids? Or can he hope to be the lead? To date, Johnson's only hit film where he had the lead role was way back in 2007 with The Game Plan. He made a real effort just last year with Hercules, and the film garnered impressive fan interest leading up to its release. Yet it would seem the real issue was once again Dwayne Johnson's Achilles heel, an inability to pick good material. Will history repeat itself with San Andreas? Disaster porn has a pretty darn good box office track record, but that's when the king of disaster porn is at the helm, Roland Emmerich. Here, Johnson is reteaming with his Journey 2 director Brad Peyton, and the only other big movie on his resume is Cats and Dogs 2, The Revenge of Kitty Galore. Joining Johnson on screen is the prolific Carla Gugino, Percy Jackson's Alexandra Daddario, who since graduated to more adult roles, former Mr. Fantastic Ian Gruffold, fan favorite Archie Punjabi from TV's The Good Wife, Australian pop star Kylie Minogue, and Oscar nominee Paul Giamatti. Hey, everybody's got to earn a living. But The Rock can't concern himself with the rabble. He's got one goal here and one goal only, to prove that he's a movie star whose name deserves to go above the title, that he can open a movie and lead it to profitability. Now let's see if that old Achilles heel has tripped him up before he can even get out of the gate. So I've tasted The Rock's cooking this time around, and I have to say, it's delicious. Sure, it's not a gourmet meal, but it is a tasty summer barbecue, and I'm being totally serious here, because I not only had fun watching San Andreas, but I actually respect it, because it's a perfectly executed summer popcorn blockbuster. It's a perfectly executed disaster porn movie, and we know from the box office track record of the genre that mainstream audiences enjoy disaster porn movies. So if they don't see San Andreas, then the only conclusion I can draw is that they really don't see Dwayne Johnson as a lead actor, as a movie star. But I hope that's not true, because to me, the man is every inch a movie star, and it's very apparent in this film. From the way he's introduced, it's subtle, but it's pure Hollywood movie star, all the way to the end of the film. He does a great job here. He kills it in this movie, but he doesn't have to do all the heavy lifting by himself. Not only in terms of the script and the directing and the visual effects, we'll get to the visual effects momentarily, but from the rest of the cast. Everybody I listed in the open does a great job, but I have to give a special shout out to Paul Giamatti, who's awesomely channeling Richard Dreyfuss from Steven Spielberg classic Jaws and Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I was like, oh, that's why you cast him. He's doing a great job. I missed that kind of character. So Paul Giamatti action star works. Also, though, this is a very big cast, and there are other cast members that I didn't mention here because they either have a small role or they're newcomers, but they also all did a great job. I mean, this movie has its demographics covered. It even has a spunky British kid, and they make it work. And there's also an elderly couple I'd like to give a shout out to who have just a few lines, but I really thought they did a fantastic job, both in terms of their acting, but also just in their look. They had like a really cool real-world look that you don't often see in movies, so I really appreciated it. I also appreciated the message of this movie. It had a couple messages. One was that parents will go through anything and do anything to save their kid, and it was really very moving to see Dwayne Johnson and Carla Gugino playing these parents. I thought that was great. Also, the movie covers some of the darker elements that go along with a disaster. For instance, how people react. Also, there are some family issues that The Rock and his family are dealing with. And in each case, they don't go overboard. Same thing with the parents trying to save their kid. They hit the right tone every time, and they're able to convey depth to the situation, and not have it seem like, really obvious exposition, etc., etc., but it seems all organic, but yet not overkill. Really nice balance. I also really appreciated the focus on first responders. I thought that it made the movie more realistic because it explained how Dwayne Johnson could do all the things he did in the movie and think of the things that he did and know what he did. And I don't want to give anything else away, but it just was a really great connective thread throughout the entire film. Also, first responders are heroes in real life, so I think it's really great to see them get their due on the big screen. And then also, I said we'd talk about the visual effects. Now, I want to warn you that at the very beginning of the movie, there are some really wonky visual effects. And I got scared. I was like, how did you release this movie with those visual effects? They look horrible. It looks like I did it with Final Cut. But I'm happy to report that the rest of the movie has amazing visual effects. The destruction, the mass wide-scale destruction, is incredibly well realized. And, not just from the visual effects, but the extras. Again, extras. Extras deserve a shout out. Really sold a lot of scenes here. And the destruction is so good that it actually got a little scary at times and brought a tear to my eye a few times. Not only because it was just that the movie had you, but also I have to say, as anyone can attest who has lived through September 11th and what happened with the Twin Towers, we even have fire drills to this day in my office building because of that. That really, this taps into that as well. It's a scary movie. If you worry about natural disasters or if you live on the West Coast, prepare to be afraid. But this movie will also give you some good survival tips. So I think it all balances out at the end. And again, it's just a perfectly executed summer popcorn film, a perfectly executed disaster movie. We're talking from the writing, to the acting, to the directing, to the visual effects. I just really enjoyed it. So again, the only reason you would have not to go is if you don't like disaster porn movies, or, and this is very sad, I hope it's not the case, you don't like Dwayne Johnson in a lead role. So that's my review of San Andreas. If you've seen the movie, I hope you'll share your own thoughts down below. Thank you so much for tuning into my review, and you can check out some other episodes right now.